Welcome to Charts Today. My name's David Linton, and today's edition for Thursday, the 3rd of December, comes to you from London. And we start, as always, by looking at the dollar index, which is seeing a lot of red on the screen as well. So just suggests markets are having a bit of a setback. But we're seeing the dollar sinking lower. This is my weekly, my daily, and my 60-minute chart. The trend is pretty clear. Downside targets, dollar weakness is very much a theme. The euro broke 121 yesterday, so we're just looking stronger all the time, and that trend is up. That's a really clear breakout on the euro. Remembering that the move into the pattern consolidation, the likely move out of the pattern is by a similar amount. That would take us to the mid 130s. We've got a target of 158 long term, and some short term targets here. 123 looks to be the sort of area that we're going next, so we shouldn't be surprised to see that. Sterling sitting at 134, so it's looking stronger against that weaker dollar, just appreciating gradually there, and against the euro recovered a bit of ground today, sitting at 110.74. So looking still bullish above the cloud on the daily chart, just holding support. So sterling just looking stronger. Awaiting an announcement on Brexit really over the next few weeks. Looking at Bitcoin, we're sitting at $19,300. So holding these levels, that's quite significant. We've got targets into above 20,000. So when we hear that Bitcoin's breaking 20,000, that will certainly be in the news. Looking at the S&P 500 index, didn't do much yesterday. The Nasdaq held on to its gains from the day before, holding that record high, so that's quite significant. The Dow up 0.2% overnight. And looking at the futures, we've got the Nasdaq, so the S&P future is down slightly, and the Nasdaq is up slightly, so it does suggest that US stocks will open flat today, if not slightly mixed. The VIX volatility is down slightly, just holding at 21, so the fear index is not giving any great cause for concern. In the UK, the FTSE future is down 0.27%. The DAX cash market is down just over 0.5%, and the CAC 40 is down 0.5% as well. So European markets are falling. Asia was pretty mixed. We saw the Japanese market up 0.05%, the Hang Seng down 0.7%, and Chinese stocks were down slightly as well. The Aussie market bucking the trend, up nearly 0.4%. Still got a long way to go to be breaking to new highs, and the long-term chart, the lagging line, still not quite above the cloud, but Aussie market is looking better on that medium-term chart. And of course we've got targets 24% higher on that long-term chart. Taking a look at gold, we continue to recover here. We're at 1837, looking pretty strong there on that short-term chart. Medium-term we are bearish below the cloud, but the long-term chart looking amazing. We've got a target to 1911, that's 4% higher, and we should build a new upside target here. We've still got that $3,000 target sitting there, provided we hold the March low, so that looks pretty likely. Silver sitting at 24.14, above that $23 level is pretty good for silver, but again short-term bullish. Just a bit of a lack of targets there. US 10-year yield sitting at 0.94%. Not long before we start looking at that 1% level on the bond yields. We've seen a steady increase ever since August, and that's really trending up. So bond yields in the US are a real factor there. Taking a look at the energy mix now, Brent crude is down 0.3%. We've been neutral this week. We feel that Brent's very much in a range. This is where we opened on the week, and we have been flat really ever since. We do have a downside target and an upside target, so it's a mixed picture, but we are very range bound at the moment. Taking a look at WTI, we see here that we're also range bound, no big surprises there. US nat gas sitting at 269, so that's just falling away, falling out of range, coming back to test that key level there at around 250. That's going to be really important. If we break below 250, that's not good for gas prices. Taking a look at coal, holding that 61 resistance level, so we're breaking out on coal, so that is looking higher there. We're seeing that. Emissions down 1.4% this morning at 29, but we have been appreciating gradually, and we've still got good upside targets on emissions. TTF, Dutch gas, down 3% this morning. So gas looking pretty weak the last couple of sessions, and we've got downside targets. So we did just punch higher, but have struggled to hold it. And winter gas, we're down nearly 3% as well. So just coming off there on that very short-term chart, still holding within range. So the chart is still really waiting for a break. We need to see winter gas breaking that €14 mark to be confident of a breakout. German power sitting at 42.25, just can't break that resistance level at the moment around 43. It's a pretty strong level there, and that is just causing some resistance for German power. The short-term trend is up. Just watch for the lower low here. We've got the high, the lower high, the lower low. If we go below that 41.70 level, that would be a little bit worrying, showing the end of a trend. And if we look at most other power markets, French power is down. Dutch power is down by 1%, and Nordic power, having had a strong week, is now just coming off, down 4% on the CAL and 4.3% on the quarterly. And also UK power down 1.5%. It's been pretty quiet of late, but we're seeing that just falling away as well. We do have good long-term upside targets for UK power, but for the moment, of course, it will come down to looking at your OTC data, where you'll probably have a better view of the market. That's it for today. Until tomorrow, happy charting. See you then.